housing needs stem from a number of issues. There are a number of folks struggling, in fact, with just the basic issues of how do I pay for my mortgage, how do I make my rental payments and that kind of thing. And so we find that there is an increasing need. And of course, we at the Salvation Army have a number of programs that we believe might be of assistance to folks in terms of that immediate need. Often we encounter folks initially who may be having problems just paying for utilities. They may have problems even paying for their groceries. And so often we will encounter folks who are struggling with housing needs initially as a result of those kinds of concerns. And so at our 15 core and community service locations, most of our centers have food pantries. And they also have access to individuals who can be of assistance with emergency financial assistance. Of course, there are eligibility criteria that folks need to meet. And so we have staff who are open to having folks come in, make an appointment with us, have an opportunity to discuss with them, in fact, what their crisis needs might be. One of the things that is critical is that we don't want to simply pay a month's bill and then have an individual in the same predicament 30 days, 60 days down the road. And so that's why the notion of case management is important. Once we have done an assessment, tried to identify with an individual exactly what their needs might be, we then come up with a plan. How is it that we can address kind of initial needs, crisis needs, and then be involved in a planning process? What kinds of additional assistance might the Salvation Army be able to provide? What kinds of additional assistance may we be able to link them with others who collaborate with us in the community to meet kind of the broad set of needs that a family may have beyond kind of the crisis financial issues as well. The initial major issue is being able to clearly identify what the crisis is, number one, and in fact, how long a family may have been in crisis. That gives us a sense of in fact, how much might a family need by way of assistance? There are families who have gotten beyond by 2 or 3 months. Okay, and so their need would be greater than someone who may have been in trouble just for the last 30 days. And so we do have some criteria and some expectations in terms of simply how much we might be able to offer. And so while we may be able to offer a piece of what a person needs, we may be able to collaborate with others in the community to fully address that current crisis in terms of paying a mortgage that may be 3 months behind, paying rent that may be 2 or 3 months behind. There may be individuals also who are facing eviction. Okay, we can be of assistance to them in terms of not only their financial needs, but there may be legal or other additional issues that we can link them for support with as well. So those are important issues in the community. The notion of asking for help is usually a very challenging position to be in. For many of us, for any number of reasons in our culture, it's not okay to ask for help. Their situation may have been one that really couldn't have been averted. There are many folks who are being caught off guard by the notion of being laid off of their job, by their business closing, circumstances that are well beyond their control. And it is okay that folks not feel like, boy, it's really going to be difficult for me to share my very personal, intimate circumstances with someone. Again, we have staff that are trained. They know that it is a difficult place to be in and want to engage the person on that level.